Excellencies, President of Assembly, Presidents of IPU, speakers, and honorable members of Parliament, almost 2 years into the COVID-19 pandemic, we continue to face an unprecedented global health and socio-economic crisis. Tens of millions of people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty. The number of undernourished people is predicted to skyrocket into more than 800 million people in the next year. Vaccines are now available, but the distribution is uneven. We should therefore work together to achieve vaccine equality for everyone and everywhere. We are also confronted by the potential of climate crisis. At least 85% of the world population has been affected by human-induced climate change. All countries need to increase their ambition in mitigation and adaptation to avoid climate disaster. At the same time, advanced nations should live up with their promise to deliver climate financing. Other issues are humanitarian crisis and security threat with unparalleled political, economic, and social challenges. Conflict-induced humanitarian crises occur in various parts of the globe. Distinguished delegates, in the world of complex challenges, resilience of democracy is contested. COVID-19 has brought enormous impact on the progress of democracy. Postponement of election has taken place in various parts of the world. Many countries have enacted emergency measures that limit the freedom of movement. We have seen proliferation of fake news, rising tension, and polarization in the society in some parts of the world. These are also triggered by the persistent inequalities, lack of access to education, and injustice. These challenges have presented the test to the resilience of democracy. We must learn the lesson in how to strengthen democratic resilience. Strengthening democracy means accepting broad participation in decision-making, giving a real chance to people to voice their aspiration. Strengthening democracy means that democracy delivers to contribute to end the pandemic, to alleviate poverty and inequality, to bring better access to health services and education. This means that we need to develop best practice on good governance during crisis, including what the Parliament can do in time of the emergency. Despite enormous challenges, democracy is still the best way to accommodate different views and facilitate dialogue among people of different backgrounds. As a guardian of democracy, Parliament must be at the heart of the effort to strengthen democracy. Parliaments remain at the center of the effort to nurture democratic, inclusive, and prosperous societies. Parliament must be able to sustain the shock of our changing world. The pandemic has also challenged the resilience of Parliament. However, even in the midst of pandemic, Parliament has continued to perform its function, including checks and balances, to avoid abuse of emergency power during the pandemic. Parliament has continued to carry out its authority to promote human rights and ensure freedom of the expression. In time of crisis, the role of Parliament is even more significant than ever. With its authority, Parliament can enhance trust among various groups in the society and bring those in power and the people closer. On increasing public trust in Indonesia, the House of Representatives of Republic has done it through implementation of principle of openness and transparency. We embrace public participation in the work of the House. Several initiatives have been exercised, such as the online public information service system as mandated by the law of public information. All of our meeting at the House, according to the law of Parliament, should be open and transparent unless stated otherwise. We have declared our commitment towards parliamentary openness and decided to have our own national action plan on parliamentary openness. Distinguished delegacy, there are no simple solution to any of the challenges to democracy. The road ahead in the post-pandemic world will not be easy. Through shared responsibility and global solidarity, I believe we can recover better. Let's work together, not only to beat the pandemic, but also to grow stronger and build a more equal world in the post-COVID-19 era. I thank you.